Despite voting overwhelmingly to stay in the EU in 2016, Gibraltar was forced to leave the bloc with the UK in January 2020. At Spain's insistence, the rock was not included in the UK's post-Brexit agreement. In 2018, the UK and the EU negotiated a protocol on Gibraltar as part of the withdrawal agreement, which set out the arrangements for the UK's withdrawal from the EU. The protocol set out areas of bilateral cooperation underpinned by future arrangements between Spain, the UK and Gibraltar. The governments of the UK and Spain concluded 4 memorandums of understanding on Gibraltar on the 29th of November 2018. These covered citizens' rights, cooperation on environmental matters, cooperation in police and customs matters, tobacco and other products. In July 2021, the UK published its proposed mandate for talks with the UK. This was met with opposition from both the UK and the Gibraltar governments. With all these interim arrangements in place, including bridging measures at the frontier, negotiations for Gibraltar's future relationship with the EU began in October 2021. Gibraltar was to be given access to the EU internal border-free Schengen area, which would allow for the physical infrastructure and barriers to the movement of goods and people to be removed. Some sort of customs union was also envisaged. Spanish authorities would be responsible for ensuring Schengen rules were observed at external entry points into Gibraltar, and the degree and nature of this control was said to have been one of the sticking points. According to the original framework, officials from the EU Frontex border agency would provide assistance for a 4-year implementation period. These Schengen border checks would follow checks by the local authorities to ensure compliance with Gibraltar's immigration policy. With 4 parties having to negotiate across each other's red lines, political consensus has so far proved impossible. We have been close to agreement, with 2024 having seen a new format of talks involving the UK and Spanish foreign ministers, the Chief Minister and the European Commission Vice President. General political lines were agreed, including on the airport, goods and mobility. But time has not been helpful, and it's not known how far negotiators have veered from the established and agreed framework. Life has gone on, with general elections in the UK, Gibraltar and in Spain, and with the formation of a new EU Commission. A gap remains, albeit a highly technical one, according to Fabian Picardo, who says nothing is agreed until everything is agreed, with work for a non-negotiated outcome taking place in parallel. 2024, he had said, was a year we would know for certain whether or not we would have a deal. The clock ticks, and deadlines continue to come and go.